Well, kia ora everybody, welcome back to Own Delaney Park here in Taupō, where the weather's a lot better for the 16s final, which is coming up in just a moment, the inaugural New Zealand 16s final of Rugby League. Own Delaney Park and Counties Manukau against Wellington. We've got the two undefeated teams playing in the final, with Counties Manukau having wins over, thumped Auckland Vulcans in the semi-final by 40 points to 0, and the Wellington Orcas also had a big win in their semi-final over the South Island by 30 points to 20. Here is the Counties Manukau team, and keep your eye on some of these players. Giovanni Suani, number 3 in this game. Others to keep your eye on: Braxton McGee, Sorensen, Josinia Tauaili, and Soraya Palipale. They all made the tournament team. Palipale was the MVP of the tournament. And they had quite a few players in the Auckland Grammar team that won the Auckland Championship this year. Here's the Wellington team, though. Many of these players coming back up to this part of the world after the District 9s, where they came second in the 16s. And they have 7 players that have made the tournament team, including Billy Va'a, Jada Maniapoto, Indiana Russell Leah, Rihanna Liafa Paki, and also Lukabella Nuteri Ongli, number 11, and Trinity Tawaniai. Watch her, she is good. And they all made the tournament team. So this should be a cracking contest. And the Wellington team won all their games in pool play. Mid-Central, Auckland Akarana, and as I touched on, beat South Island. And then we saw Counties Manukau beat South Island, Upper Central, Northland and Auckland to get through to this game. Blake Ashford's with me again as we get this game underway. 25-minute halves. Blake Ashford, thanks for joining us. And this one should be a terrific contest, just like the 18s as well, right?
It should be, mate. And Counties and Wellington, both teams getting better as the games are going on. We've seen big wins in the semi-finals, and Wellington the first chance to assert their dominance.
Yes, 0-0 is the score. 25-minute halves in this girls rugby league competition, and there's a little error on the halfway line, and a referee is going to rule knock-ons both ways. I think he's ruled that Counties player touched it first. So it's going to be a Wellington scrum feed, fresh set of 6 for them on the halfway line here, Blake.
Wow, great start. Bit lucky with the pass, and it was touched, so they do start this set on the halfway. Great field position, opening set of the game.
Just a clarification for you. Top left-hand corner of your screen, it is 0-0 at the moment. Counties Manukau 0, Wellington 0, as Wellington get the scrum feed here, the Orcas. And in comes Billy Va'a from Wainuiamata. We saw her at the District 9s earlier on in the year at Easter up in Counties Manukau, which was won by Mangere East 14 points to 10 over this Wellington team. Many of these players are back. And here is Russell Leah from St George in Porirua, who hit that one up. And now Trinity Tawaniai, a wonderful softball player as well. And she has got some big raps on her as we see Russell Leah come back towards the 10 here. So Counties Manukau on defence here. Ball security has been really good for Wellington in the early stages of this game. There's the kick. Was that played at? It was. So if Wellington can regather it, they'll get 6 more tackles. In fact, they will get 6 more tackles. So Wellington starting this game pretty solidly, Break.
Wow. I mean, it's sort of unheard of getting 3 sets to start a game. Counties holding up well in defence, but they haven't been this close to the line yet, Wellington, with a full set of 6. And like I said, throughout the tournament, they've been putting on some margins, putting on some points. So I hope they go to the left here. There's a lot of space out there.
Well, props to the coaches too. Got to give them a shout out. Counties Manukau's coach Dave Rewi and Ken Laban, of course, as I touched on earlier, coaching the Wellington team here as they look to make something of this. More possession. Vulu 5 metres out from the line here. And now Tawaniai again. Oka is Liafa Paki. And good defence on Rimone. So Counties Manukau's defence has been very good so far. That was Suani with a good shot on there. As Wellington, some ball handling skills just letting them down as Nature Laongli tidies that one up. The right edge back rower. Now Davis with that little kick. It's going to bounce for Fulu, who can't handle it. Oh, hard luck there for Te Arani Fulu.
See them coming.
Sorry, Blake, Counties Manukau just hang on, don't they?
They do. They survive. I don't think, Wellington need to sort of get them in this sort of arm wrestle, because we saw the scores Counties put up throughout the tournament. I don't think they've really been tested the way Wellington can. So they've had majority of the ball yet, no points on, but this is the test here defensively. Keep them down their own end.
Well, exactly, and Counties Manukau haven't really had the ball to cook anything up yet, have they? If you're right, all their wins have been pretty decent. Their smallest winning margin is 14 points against the Northland team. Whoops, Counties Manukau a little wayward with that pass. But they still have possession, and Wellington, well, they've had 2 wins, which have 2 narrow wins over Mid-Central and Auckland, 8 and 10 and 6 points respectively. Counties Manukau have looked good on all of their games so far, and they've hung on defensively here. Wellington not able to really, or to take advantage of those 3 sets in a row to start the game. Nice ball handling by Counties Manukau. Some good tackling coming in by Wellington, by Indiana Russell Leah again. Inside the 40, that kick, as it goes all the way back to Billy Va'a, who's ruled that pass, has gone backwards. Good chase by Counties. 4 players up there, including the number 12, Leonie McDonald, for Counties Manukau. Pretty solid start by both teams, Blake, isn't it? Yes, it was. Wellington completed their first task of stopping the County side. They kept them inside their own half, so great lift for their defensive side of the game. Now they march straight back into Counties, and they're winning the field position battle at the start. So very good start by Wellington, and Counties defensively as well. Well, Rihanna Riafa Paki caught in possession there. Counties Manukau's defence has been good. Remone, that was, with that carry. And there goes the kick from Hera Maihi. And Counties Manukau back in possession. So this game, big feature of the game so far has been the defence by both teams, Blake. It's been pretty solid. Yes, it has. And Counties still looking for to get up over halfway. And what are we, 5 minutes into the game? This is unheard of from a Counties side that's dominated the tournament so far. Wellington up to the task. Tauali'ili, it is. Second year of playing rugby league. A lot of these players will be in that category. As we see McDonald from Otahu. She was one of the players that played for Macaulay High School's first 13 that lost to Auckland Grammar in that Auckland Secondary School's final a couple of months ago at Mount Smart. And there's a little error there. So Wellington are going to get a set here. Another full set in pretty decent field position, Blake. Wow, I mean, Counties, they just keep inviting them. And I mean, we said Wellington, they have put on some decent scores as the tournament's gone on. And if you keep inviting teams like this, I don't care how good your defense is, they're going to find a way eventually. And Wellington get another set of 6 that will, if they complete, will finish inside the Counties half. Counties, their own worst enemies at the moment. A couple of errors, giving Wellington the opportunity. Maya Davis feeding the scrum. Plenty of Wainuiamata players playing in this Wellington team today. 7 of them in the starting lineup. Another couple off the interchange as well. Here's a player from Randwick, though. Luca Bella Naturi Ongli, another Hutt Valley club. Rimoni. Good to see some really, really good, proud Wellington clubs represented in this under-16s team today. That's Tawaniai again. Good tackle on her. 12 metres out. That was Liafapaki at dummy half. Now Wellington through their hands here. Va'a. And again, just that last pass. Second to last pass, just hampering both teams at the moment, Blake, because they had a real momentum roll on there. It is, and Wellington did such good lead-up work. They started to roll forward. And as you see here, you watch Liafi straighten the attack. She's going over, bang, off the left foot, created the 2-on-1, and it just looked like, I believe it was Toman, just thought about the pass before she had it in her own hands. So great lead-up work by Wellington.
just that, like you said, Glenn, that last pass, they got to stick.
Isla Toman, luck for her. She goes to Sacred Heart and Lower Hutt. Let's see what Counties can make from this. Again, they've had no ball in Wellington's half in these first, 9.5 minutes of the game. Tauili it is who played that ball, and good carry coming in here from Suani. Big powerful prop forward. See if Counties Manukau get a little more ambitious this time. So we see Cooley out there now. This is a great run from Lucy Cooley. Bit of individual play coming here from Counties Manukau, but it's working. Attacking wide on the fringes this time. So Counties do get inside Wellington's half here. Nice play. Good little surge here coming in from Tavita. Faith Tavita.
Ooh.
And that tackle is high. A good run from Faith Tavita here, Blake.
Oh, yes. Big, powerful on the wing and can stride really fast. Just grabbed by the hair. Accidental. We know that the girls do have longer hair and it was flowing about, so a bit accidental there.
I believe was the player penalised, and here's Tavita again. Another Auckland girls grammar student. And there's the first try. It's Counties Manukau, and that was just pure power going over to score the try. Giovanni Suani has scored the first try. First time Counties get down into the 10, and they got the 4 points, Blake.
That's a big mental lift for Counties. They know now we've only had 2 or 3 possessions inside Wellington's half and we come up with a try. As you see, you mentioned again, Suani too big, too strong out there in the centres. Number 3 on her back, bit off the left foot, takes 2 over, and so hard to stop that close to the line. She's been so good coming out of their own end, and she's getting through a lot of work, and she's well deserved for this try.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if she, we of course hope all of these players continue playing this great sport, Blake, but Suani was listed as a prop at the District 9s earlier on, and clearly going to be interesting to see which position she might settle on down the years. So Suani with the try. And has that got the gas? Has it got the gas? It has. Great conversion coming in from Braxton McGee Sorensen. 6 points to 0, Counties Manukau. Keep your eye on Braxton McGee Sorensen too. Another who's made the tournament team. Very good touch player as well. And makes such a difference when you've got a whole bunch of your schoolmates out there too, Blake, as Counties Manukau have.
It does. You go to school with these kids every day. They're your best mates, and you just have fun playing the game, as you should do. Have fun playing rugby league.
Touched on, there's a good half a dozen of these Counties Manukau players that all go to Auckland Grammar. And straight away you can just feel like Counties Manukau are getting into the game a little bit now. And just as I say that ruck speed was looking fantastic. Taupō makes a little fumble.
They keep inviting Wellington. That's a big carry. They just keep rolling. You said Tauili. Taito with the knock on.
Tauili did all what she was required to there. Hit the line nice and hard. Got to her feet quickly to play the ball. And Taito just, I guess, was a little eager. So now Wellington come back again. They've been solid in the game so far as Billy Va'a takes the first tackle. Away comes Li'afapaki again. And now here's a nice run from Ngātuere Ongli. Down to the 10. Can Wellington crack this Counties Manukau defence this time? Rimoni just goes straight for the line, but the Counties Manukau defence is very good. Maybe Wellington might find some space out on the fringes here. That's been dropped, but picked up nicely by Toman. But again, just a little error again, and Wellington just, unfortunately for them, Blake, just their own worst enemies at times.
They are, and Counties keep inviting them in. I just think that Wellington, the power game's not going to work against Counties. It might have worked against some of these other teams. Watching Northland, who played Counties 2 games ago, the last pool game, really troubled them when they shifted towards the edge. And I think Wellington, they tried to do it there, but the pass went a bit back. That's where they're going to have success if they can.
Well, we've got 25-minute halves, and we do have golden point in this game if it goes that far. So we're about just over halfway through the first half. Counties Manukau, as they've done on numerous occasions in this game, looking to earn hard meters, and referee's going to rule a strip there. Counties Manukau get a penalty. 2 players in the tackle there. It was always likely to go Counties Manukau way, Blake.
Yes, it was. You can't let these ladies from Counties get back-to-back sets on you. Mentioned before, they're starting to roll, and if they keep possession and keep it on their side, they're going to be hard to stop.
Well, I hope you're enjoying the coverage of these 2 finals today. It's great to see all that really gnarly weather clearing right away now. That sleet and hail that was affecting the previous game, won by Akarana by 16-14 over Counties Manukau, the 18s. What a terrific game that was. Don't forget, next Thursday, Wednesday, in fact, we'll be back for the boys' 16s and 18s finals, 2 in Rotorua. We look forward to those 2 games next Wednesday as Counties Manukau roll through here. Gray giving the opportunity for Cooley to wind up again. What a absolute force she is. Big athletic player at just the age of 15. Here comes Gray again. Counties Manukau really starting to impose themselves on the game nicely as Braxton McGee Sorensen here. Lovely cutout pass out to Tavita. And Tavita going close again for Counties Manukau. Here's Sorensen McGee again. She's got a good kicking game on her. That's going to test the defence, and it's taken in the end goals. It's going to be back to the 20. So that was a good take by that Wellington player, Blake, under pressure.
It was. Great kick by McGee, and the take by Wellington to get 7 tackles set. It was much needed. Here they go. They're rolling now. Tuaniai never shy to put her hand up. Get the momentum going for Wellington.
Yeah, she is a very good player. Wellington haven't been too ambitious. So what a great carry of the football that was right there. Fantastic roll on here for the Orcas. Liafapaki waits at dummy half. Maybe Wellington ball handling will just hopefully be a bit more secure on this possession, on this set of 6. As we saw Liafi, the captain. And here's another great run from Remoni. She made that big power run before, but Counties Manukau have got her well looked after on that occasion. Maihi gives it out to Liafi, and they've lost it again. Right at the end of the set too, Blake.
Just too flat. They need to get some movement getting onto the ball. Bit of depth as we see Pale Pale going through them. The number 13, player of the tournament.
What a run from her. She's just 15 years old. Big beast out on that right edge. As we see Counties Manukau settle it down here. Dummy half at the moment is Clover Roberts for the Stingrays. Looking it out to Faith Tavita once again. Big athletic player on this left wing side. Tavita, look out. Ideally built for a winger, isn't she? Powerful, strong and fast. Ticks all the boxes as Sorensen McGee gives it back inside to Lesone Siaya. They're back on the 10-metre line in Wellington territory. Counties Manukau really looking strong now as Sorensen McGee. And there's a little error this time from Counties Manukau. So Wellington get the ball back, but that was a really good set of 6 from Counties.
It was orchestrated by McGee with the long pass to Tavita. Makes some powerful meters, and McGee saw an opportunity there. Would have liked her to roll it in and get another set of 6, but she saw what she saw, and the pass was just a bit back, and now Wellington try to work it out. Some tough yards needed.
Yeah, some good team coming in there from Mitchiner and Roberts, and that's a better run. It's got Wellington out to the 20. Here's a little dab from Fulu. Pretty decent one too from Fulu. Up to the halfway. That's an excellent run. Good run by the centre. Tawaniai. Oh. That is, she's not coming back from that, or she is. What a run from Tawaniai. That's 2 back-to-back runs of rich quality there for Wellington. And now lining up is Natuere Only, but the defence is keen this time. But it's gone back, and Va'a picks it up for the Orcas. Good to see Wellington really muscling up now. Trying to get some physical dominance on their opponents. It's been maybe lacking a little bit so far, as we got a little dub there from Hera Maihi. But again, they've lost it right at the end of the set. And all in that area of the field every time, Blake. Don't know what... someone's cast a spell on that side of the pitch.
Yes, it was the last tackle. But, they've got the ball back. Tuaniai.
Tawaniai, yes. Down to the 10 again, so another chance here for Wellington. They're staying nice and composed. And here's a big charge for the line. Russell Leah, has she got that down? There is the try for the Orcas, and scoring it, Indiana, Russell Leah from St. George.
Russell Leah's just come on the field. I think she's run straight off the bench and hit this ball at 100 miles per hour. And there was no stopping her. I believe she has just come off the bench. Her first carry, second stint. And look at that angle. Straight back underneath the ruck. Too big, too strong. And the referee points to the mark. We've got a game on, Paul. Glenn.
We do have. And, yeah, great run from Russell Leah. Another of the Orcas that made the tournament team. In fact, their starting front row of Russell Leah and Rimoni, the 2 props, and the hooker, Li'afapaki, all made the tournament team. So this to lock the scores up. So Wellington, even though their error rate is quite high, they're right in this game.
This is that, I believe, this pool play, and we saw, I keep going back to it, how close their games have been. It just seems like they're a very well-drilled, tough team. Not too many individual boons. They're all good in their own way, but just as a team, they come together and play so well. And they sort of enjoy these close games, I believe.
And the thing I've noticed too, Blake, is how composed they are. They don't seem rattled by, maybe the unforced errors that have plagued them a little bit in this first half.
Exactly. And, you saw the diffusion of the bomb before, where most teams might have knocked on or let it bounce. And then just the power game to get them out of trouble with a little bit of tip-ons, and once they start rolling, as we've seen, they're hard to stop. It's upon Counties to wrestle the momentum back now.
Yeah, interestingly poised game, this one. The 16s final, the inaugural 16s final. Great kickoff there from McGee Sorensen for Counties Manukau. Oh, a basic error has Counties Manukau. The big chance here to reclaim the lead. They'll want to take this opportunity. And here's a big charge for the line from Tauiliili. And Tauiliili, just like that, gives Counties Manukau the lead again.
In the matter of 30 seconds, we've been talking about how good Wellington, how composed they are, into a little error straight off the kickoff, and Tauiliili doesn't even look to the right. She knows where she's going, straight north-south, slams the ball down. Counties back in the lead.
Yeah, simple stuff, and that's the ultimate way to punish an unforced error off the restart there. So Counties go back to 10 points to 6, and lining this kick up is Braxton McGee Sorensen. And and she converts that try. So she's 2 from 2 on the day. 12 points to 6. Counties Manukau back in front. Wonderful player is McGee Sorensen. Huge future that she has in this game to Blake. Not very big or, strong, but she has got a great passing game. Wonderful league IQ.
Yeah, you said it, the league IQ. We've seen it so far today, whether it be a kick across field or the long cutout pass. She knows exactly what she's doing and where they need to go.
And she's got a great kicking game, as we've already seen, and she can kick goals too. Naturally gifted halves players. We see a return of the football here from Tauiliili, the try scorer. Again, creating problems for that Wellington defence. We're inside the last 90 seconds of this first half. Robertson at dummy half again for Counties Manukau off the bench. They want to get Soraya Palipali in the game, don't they, Blake?
They do. We mentioned player of the tournament. She's got 8 tries for the tournament, would you believe? So
yeah, she is.
They need to get her the ball.
Oh, she got a good carry there. And now Counties have rolled off her play. These big ball runners. That was a good carry from McDonald. And now Sorensen McGee looking to try and find some space up the middle again is Mitchener. So Counties Manukau good variety of the attack now. Has that been stripped illegally out of their hands, or is it a loose carry? It's a loose carry. Interesting call by the referee there.
Yeah, there was only one in the play, so I thought the strip was legal, but referee awarded that it was a loose carry. So, as we always say, play the referee's whistle. Wellington survive. They need to hit back. They need to change this. Not too long in this half. Can they? Well, we've got one play here, Glenn, possibly.
Yeah, they've got to hang on here. In the end, actually, the way this kind of game is unfolded in the first half, Blake, Wellington are actually not too shabby here, only being down by 6 at the end of the first half. What do you reckon?
No, not at all. And I think Ken Laban's experience will be explaining that to them at halftime, saying, look, guys, County started to roll there. We've weathered the storm. We're only down 12-6. Let's get back to our game.
2 tries to what it is. Suwani and Tauilili for Counties Manukau. Russell Leah scored the try for Wellington. We'll be back with the second half very shortly.
Of the threat, you better believe it, because here they come. Here come the black jerseys.
Kiwi's looking expensive, and now Dylan Brown. Look at the result, yes!
Here's another try, and the Kiwi Birds go back to back.
G'day, Greg Murphy here, Pertec Ambassador. Today I'm talking about safer driving, which is something Pertec and I are extremely passionate about. With over 50 vehicles operating throughout New Zealand, Pertec are committed to keeping their people and all other road users safer through greater driver education and awareness. Pertec mobile service technicians are on the road 24/7, servicing their customers' hose and fittings requirements. And that's from the far north right down to the deep south of New Zealand. Pertec are promoting a safe driving culture throughout their business, and this is something everyone should be thinking about. This is some story right here! It's an absolute feast.
hardly spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Started the bottom, already forgot it, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd, but still I just look around. Know you with me now, where you with me now?
I train to play.
And Sunnyville does it again.
The collisions, the big hits, I love it.
My teammates want me by their side, not on the sideline.
If I get injured, I can't play.
I want to play every game. The game doesn't start with a whistle.
It starts with warming up.
My body is the tool of my trade, so I look after it. We're going to show you how. ACT Sports Smart Warm Up. Let's go.
It's the under-16s grand final. The top two sides, Wellington Orcas.
All right, we're back here at Taupō.
12 points to 6.
This is Own Delaney Park where the sun is shining for the 16s Girls Championship in Rugby League. Hope you're enjoying it. This is the inaugural championship. Really cool to see some high quality rugby league coming from the 18s earlier, which Akarana won by 16 points to 14 over Counties Manukau. The 16s final featuring two unbeaten teams, Wellington trailing by 6 as we get the last 25 minutes underway. The second half, 25-minute halves. We'll go to Golden Point if we're locked up at full time. We'll see if we get that far. Wellington, a very workmanlike performance in the first half. Counties Manukau, a couple of good tries to Sawani and Tauiliili, punishing that unforced error close to Wellington's line. Got them the lead. We'll see if Pali Pali here, the MVP of the tournament, can fire up in the second half. She just played the ball there. Counties Manukau maybe looking to shift it early in the second half here. What can they create through McGee, Sorensen, Suwani and Tavita, who's been one of the stars of the first half, scoring one try on that left wing side. Now Suwani, good little burst from dummy half, almost wriggling out of that tackle. Tavita goes into play dummy half. Here's Sorensen McGee again, McGee Sorensen rather. And that was well taken by that Wellington player under pressure, Blake Ashford.
Yes, diffused in the first half as well. Drossard's Lake, she's done a great job again, and Wellington survived the first test.
Now they won't want to lose the ball at this end of the field against some pretty vigorous defence coming in from MJ Title, and there's been an injury there. MJ Title.
Mentioned the work from Sawani and Tavita on that left edge. Said Sawani was a prop in the Nines tournament, but out here in the centres, very damaging. And with Tavita outside her, I think that's the side Counties are favouring and will look to go to in the second half, especially with McGee delivering those balls.
A lot of these players played against each other in that Nines final. We touched on it earlier. Mangere East against Wellington. Mangere East winning 14 points to 10. There are several players from both teams out there again today in this grand final. And hopefully that Wellington player is okay. It's backslammed a little bit there perhaps. Good crowd here too. A lot of friends and family from both teams here supporting. So Wellington to restart play. They're on their own 20. Early in the second half. It's Tawanei in the headgear lurking back there. Oh. In the bouncy castle that time was Liafe, the captain for Wellington. Our referee doesn't like that play from the Counties Manukau team, so they've been penalised. So Wellington get a couple opportunities early in the second half. So full set of six coming up here for the Orcas on the halfway line. So if they complete a good set here, they'll be close to Counties Manukau line. Let's see if they can execute a good set of 6 here. Liafapaki, good charge coming here from Russell Leah. She scored the try for the Orcas in the first half. Oh, they're down to the 30 already. And here is Tawanii next up, throwing herself into that Counties Manukau defence. Little dab from dummy half is a good one by Liafapaki. Good tackle by her opposite number, MJ Taupō. Wellington looking confident with the ball here. Latuere Ongli playing the ball for Liafapaki again. There goes the crossfield kick from Davis. The bounce is going to be critical here. It's been touched, not forward, I reckon, there by Tavita Blake. So I reckon Wellington might get more possession.
They do. The wing just needed to hold the sideline there because it was a beautiful, beautiful kick by Maya Emily Rose Davis, the number 6. Wellington looking promising, and watch out for Liafapaki. I think she's really taking her time here and choosing when to run. She could really break this game open, I think.
Absolutely. Oh, Vulu plays the ball, so Wellington 6 tackles on Counties line here. Here's Liafapaki. We've talked about it. Now Tawanii. She'll just go head down here. Tawanii. Good tackle on her. Needed to be. She's a very good and damaging runner. As Wellington look likely on this left flank here. Very close. Great D from Counties. Scramble D was a 10 out of 10. Can they hold out here? So Maniapoto is going to set it up here. Maniapoto trying to milk that penalty, isn't she? Referee wasn't going to buy that as Tawanii goes straight again. What a player she's been all game for Wellington. But they hold her out again. Counties Manukau defence, their tackling has been excellent. What a wonderful pickup. Unfortunately, though, Maihi just couldn't quite link up there.
They've got the penalty, Glenn. The hair pulls just pulled her back at the last moment. So Wellington with another set of 6.
Great hands from Maihi. And there is that hair pull. So Wellington now trying to get the ball down. It's so close to the line again. Wellington, you'd feel that this is a big moment in the game for them right here. So more possession here for the Orcas, but they've got to score here, Blake.
They do. This is, I think, the 3rd set on the line. This could really turn the game on its head.
Tawanii, I can see the try line, but she can't reach out. It's rinse and repeat again. Maihi this time cutting back beautifully on the inside of Remoni. But that Counties defence is perfect.
It's 5 or 6 around the ruck. They got to go wide.
Surely there is space out wide. Maihi concedes it now. There's Wellington looking good on this occasion. And you were right, Blake. There is the simple score for the Orcas. Great work. They knew the space was eventually out wide there, and they get the try, and the Orcas get 4 points for their persistence.
Great rugby league play, the way they set it up. Look at the power game. They got their front rowers trying to hit back behind the ruck, how they got their first try. Sucked in all the Counties. I think there's about 7 or 8 just around the ruck there. Beautiful hands, catch and pass. Numerous people could have held this and scored. But look at the unselfishness all the way to the wing, and they hit back. Kick to come to tie us up, Glenn. Exciting.
Indeed, Courtney Tyrell has scored the try from Wainui Amata. Maybe Wellington a little fortunate that play the ball. It was a little untidy, wasn't it, that last play the ball? But you play to the whistle as we've touched on. So, big kick here coming for Maya Davis to lock the scores up. Doesn't quite have the angle on it, so Counties Manukau will have a 2-point lead, but good on the Orcas for not giving up, refusing to concede that opportunity, and they were eventually rewarded with their second try of the game. So 12 points to 10, most certainly game on with 17 minutes to play. So McGee Sorensen starts play again for Counties. Nicely taken by Maihi. She's got good hands. So that wonderful pickup close to the line before. Liafe. She did well to maintain possession for the Orcas. Pali in there making a tackle for Counties Manukau. Wellington looking for a little bit of space behind the ruck there. Nice offload in the tackle. Liafe, solid back rower. Tawaniai again. How good has she been, Blake? She's a wonderful prospect for the future.
Definitely, surely is. Just straight through the middle and always looking dangerous, looking to get that pass away. Wellington work it up close.
Both number 13s, Trinity Tawaniai for Wellington and Soraya Palipali. Both huge prospects in this sport. Here goes the kick from Davis. And Tavita's dropped it. Who's picked it up? Wellington could take the lead here. Oh, yes, it's Tyrell again. Great chase from Courtney Tyrell. And the Orcas hit the front for the first time in the game.
Wow, they saw a weakness there after that last kick across field by Davis. Once again, she's hoisted it high, and the old cliche, kick's only as good as its chase. Well, the chase was there to pounce on the loose ball. My Emily Rose Davis with a conversion here to extend the lead. But look at this. Just straight to her, sums it up beautifully, runs onto it, puts it as high up in the air as she can. Tavita didn't look comfortable, and the chasers come straight through to play on. Picked the ball up. Referee didn't blow his whistle. Orcas cross again for the lead.
Yeah, great kick from Davis. Love the way she saw the space between the ringer and the fullback there, Blake. You know, once you get a player moving to try and catch the ball, that's when things can happen. Davis with a handy conversion here, and she's nailed it. So 16-12. Well done to the Wellington Orcas. They trailed by 6 at halftime. Now they lead by 4. Well, we got an interesting contest on our hands now, Blake.
Oh, we sure do, Glenn. I mean, Emily Rose Davis, they're just, and Maihi, the halves. They're leading the way, but through Liafa Paki, that service from dummy half is amazing. But it's coming off the back of big carries from Remoni and Tuaniai.
Yeah, touch on Tuaniai. How good has she been? What a kickoff from McGee Sorensen. Little fumble. Perfect response coming from Counties Manukau after the conceding of 2 tries, Blake.
I love the thought process. Attack the ball, but maybe we could have let that one bounce just through to the keeper that time, just for a little 1 or 2 more bounce. But nonetheless, here they are, Counties, looking to hit back, and they've been so dangerous with the ball this close to the line.
McGee Sorensen to feed the scrum. Off goes Pali. Oh, my goodness. Oh, she's lost it. Loose carry, play on's the call. Oh, Pali would want to have another crack at that one, Blake.
She would. She's trying to insert herself in the game. As we know, player of the tournament, 8 tries throughout the tournament so far, and she's just doing her best. Now we see some big contact in defense, just trying her best to insert her brilliance into this game.
That's a great run from Rana Pia off the bench for Wellington. She's into the game now from Randwick Kingfishers. There's Liafe. Here's our Taupō. Little offload in the tackle. Just keeps the opposition guessing. Here goes Liafapaki. Knows when to go from dummy half. Davis runs onto it nicely. They had nice shape there, the Orcas. Again, they're well drilled and well coached, this team, aren't they? That kick might be a challenging one too. If the bounce is a little bit shaky. What's the chase like for the Orcas? It's pretty good there. And back into the end goal goes Louis. And it's going to be a line dropout. A great set again from the Orcas.
Almost 100-metre set. And like we said, they are all great players, but it's the team effort that Wellington have produced throughout the tournament so far. Everyone knows their job. They love this grind. They love this battle. And you can see Mahi just puts in the corner. The chasers are there to get themselves another set.
McGee Sorensen's got to get this line drop out right. Basically played the entire half in their own half so far, Counties Manukau. And when they got down to that right end of the field, on the one occasion, Pali dropped the ball. So here come the Orcas again. Mareko with that first carry, and now Liafe. Liafa Paki. And Taupō, as she's done all game, taking the hard carries. Wonderful performance. Getting close now is Ranapia. Ranapia, can she get it down? No. Well, that's a try-saving play there from Counties Manukau. But can Wellington still put the nail in the coffin with another try? She can't. Well, that was so close to an 8-point lead, Blake.
I can't believe how good the service is from Liafapaki to Mahi and hit on the chest. And I'm unsure who got the fumble, but it was the line wide open. They catch it. They go ahead by another 4 points, and County survived that very luckily.
Boy, do they what. Well, that was a big opportunity there for Wellington. Now can Counties Manukau make them pay? They've got 90 metres. They're at the wrong end of the field at the moment. It's McGee Sorensen looks to get some of these damaging runners out on this left edge again. That's Suwani. Nice little dart from dummy half. Fast play the ball. Ruck speed's excellent there. Counties Manukau got a roll on here through Gray. And here they go. Counties Manukau to Vita. Good chasing back by the Wellington Orcas. But Counties Manukau with a quick play the ball. Have a big chance here. If they can shift it, the numbers are there. Pali out to the diminutive winger Louis. In that dummy half goes Michina. Here is Soraya Pali getting rid of defenders, but not that many defenders. Again, brilliant defence by Wellington on their line. There's a dive from dummy half. I reckon she got it down. It's going to be a try. Counties Manukau hit back. They've gone 90 metres in that play. And the scores are locked up.
Wow. Faith Janitavita with the pace. Makes up for those 2 errors from before. She's been damaging down that left-hand side today. She makes another break all the way. Look at the pace. Ball in the right hand, goes straight around the Orcas defence. They get numbers there to diffuse the situation, Wellington do. But last play after a big carry by Pali Taito, straight over. Very, very deceptive, very sneaky. Oh, is their hands under the ball?
I reckon she got it.
Yeah.
I reckon she got it, Blake. There.
Yep, she got it down. They saw it, and they get a chance here. After this whole second half's been the Orcas, Counties get a chance. You'd say McGee would kick this.
Yeah, McGee Sorensen, 100% on her kicking. So far, she's missed it.
Wow, Glenn.
Wow, what a miss there for McGee Sorensen from a handy angle. 16 all. Plenty of drama to come in these last few minutes. Hope you're enjoying the 16s final between these two teams. Again, with a terrific final. Hardly anything in it at all. 8 minutes to go. If we're locked up at full time, we'll be playing Golden Point. Wellington, this team is well drilled, well coached. Just a good, solid all-round rugby league team. The composure is also a big feature of their play. Well, Davis restarts play. And McGee Sorensen brings it out and links up here with Taupō, who got that try in the first half. Taito just got the try, a simple drop ball. And is that the pressure of the moment right there on Danny Nicole Gray?
I think so. Look at that Wellington defence just coming up off the line. She might have had a look up just before she grabs the ball. Wellington, a chance here with, what, just under 7 minutes to go. Chance to take the lead back.
Mahi with the scrum feed for the Orcas. Oh, no way. There was a communication breakdown there, Blake.
Oh, no. The coaches must be pulling their hair out if they have any.
Wow, what a bummer there for the Orcas.
County survived their error. Now their chance to march back down the field. 16 points all ball game.
Well, everything's got to be executed well now. Let's see if Tavita can fire up again as Gray looks to try and find Faith Tavita now. Is she going to stay in the field of play? She's a hard player to handle, isn't she? Faith Tavita. Very strong performance on that left wing side. It's a good hard charge into the line. I think that might have been Suwani again. Some big meters being made here by Counties Manukau. As Lasoni Sia. This is Taupō again. She's had a very good game.
Wow, still
wriggling
going.
Out of tackles. There's Taupō. She's still not on the ground yet. Incredible. And finally, referee's going to award a penalty in front of the post too. What do you do here, Blake? Take the 2 points, surely.
Oh, you have to take the 2. We mentioned there is extra time, Golden Point, but I think 16 all. The way Wellington have been so far today defensively, and they love the grind in the game, I'd be taking the 2, and they do so.
Well, they had a good think about it, though, didn't they? About not taking it, didn't they? I was surprised. Thought, where the game's at with 5 minutes to go, you just get in front.
As 16-year-olds, though, you think back, you and I, a long time ago, you know, you'd love to just the game. Have a bit of fun, play some footy. 4 points would be nice, but 2 and the lead's a lot better.
Change a goal kicker too here, Blake, with Danny Nicole Gray from Mangere East. He's going to try and kick this one.
It's the lead-up work from Taupō, and she's been outstanding today. I really think she's been the pick of the pack, pick of the team, really. I know they've done some work out wide, but through the middle, she's really got them, or possibly in the lead.
100% agree. Here's Gray. And she's got it. So Counties Manukau hit the front with 4 minutes to play. 18-16. But there's still time for Wellington, who have shown great resilience in this game. 3 tries each. Errors too are going to be critical down the stretch here of this game, Blake.
Yes, and just like the previous game, the errors, but then again the discipline. It's a penalty goal, the difference, just like the under-18s game. Can Wellington wrestle it back here?
Well, what Counties will want to do here is just, don't think you want to see anything too flamboyant from them. McDonald took that carry. And here's Taupō again. What a run.
Wow.
Oh, this is outstanding. That has to be the run of the game. Taupō. Outstanding from her. Counties could ice the game right here. Great try-saving tackle on that left edge. Coming in from Collins, Leilani Collins. That was Gray. This is Mitchiner, who's just taking the tackle. Mitchiner. Last play now for the Stingrays. Big cutout pass from McGee Sorensen. Suwani, here's McGee Sorensen wrapping around. Oh, brilliant try. Absolutely brilliant from Braxton McGee Sorensen. And Counties Manukau are going to be hard to stop now.
They are going to be hard to stop, and then that brilliant little half again. McGee Sorensen, like they all do, just support play. Comes around, it's never dead, that play, never once. Suwani gets the ball. She knows she's going to offload, and McGee Sorensen around the back, the show and go. She's got great footy IQ, very smart rugby league player, extends the lead.
Well, that offload from Suwani instantly created the line that McGee Sorensen ran, a 2-on-1 situation. And it was always going to be hard to stop for that Wellington defender, who was Te Aranivulu.
I want to touch on Taupō, Glenn. The last 5 minutes has really put her team on her back with 2 carries. First, the carry for the penalty to get them the lead, and then stuck in their own half, makes a 50-metre bust as a front rower to get them this try. Outstanding.
Well, this here will absolutely seal the win if she can kick this one. Tough conversion to Kent McGee Sorensen. So 22-16. So Wellington need a converted try here in these last minutes to send the game to golden point. Counties Manukau up by 6. 1 minute to go, Blake. What do you do? Kick short of again. Try and kick it out.
Kick it out.
To get the ball back. Let's see if they can do it. It's not going to have the angle on it. So Counties Manukau here can just wind the clock down with the set and win the final. They won't be in any hurry to play the Bulls here. Well, Wellington desperately trying to force an error, but the clock's down to 30 seconds. Counties Manukau, can't blame them for trying to just manage the game now. Ball handling's nice and secure that time from Clover Roberts. Or was that Fruin or Teneru? It was. There's Pale Pale. 10 seconds to go. Now we're down to the last couple, and this is the last play here. Taupō. And McGee Sorensen will just surrender, and Counties Manukau are the champions. Wow, you got to hand it to them. They were down by 16 points to 12 halfway through that second half, and they came back to win the game with 2 tries in the last few minutes. Counties Manukau are the champions. But again, Blake Ashford, not much in that game.
No, not at all. And it shows both teams were outstanding throughout the competition, both undefeated. Wellington, a very, very tough team. They faced a bit of adversity there in the second half where we thought they weren't going to come back, but then they hit the lead, and Counties facing that same adversity. Wow, Taupō with a couple of strong marches in that second half gets them across the line.
Wow, some great tries in the game to both teams. This one here to Russell Leah in the first half. The first one from Suwani. And then we saw Counties Manukau, Taupō, who surely is the MVP of the final, getting her try to give Counties that lead 12-6. But then, Blake, we saw Wellington come back, didn't they?
They did, and it was some great work from Rose Davis and the kicks that brought them back into the game. And Maihi as well, just their ball placement on the kicks and the tough carries from their forwards. But as we see here, Counties never dead in the game. Taupō straight through, very sneaky, gets the ball down, and who else but Braxton Sorensen-McGee finishes the game with a try.
Yeah, she had a terrific game as well, McGee Sorensen. And that sealed the win for Counties Manukau, 22 points to 16. So Counties couldn't quite get the job done in the 18s, pipped by Akarana 16-14, but they come back to win one title from two. And I think there is the great science for New Zealand Women's Rugby League here, Blake, is not only all of the players that played in this game, but all the players in the 18s too. There are some tremendous prospects across the sport here.
There is, and it's just the level of skill that you've seen over the last couple of years just evolve into what we do here. New Zealand Rugby League did a great job putting this tournament on. The first time the girls 16s and 18s have been shown, and it's great to get them on Sky Sport just to show how talented these young girls are. And I can't wait for next year and the years to go, because the talent we've seen here, I believe some of these girls are still 14 and 15, so they've got a couple of years to go. It's amazing skill level.
Absolutely. And we look forward into the future, as we touched on in the previous game too, with the rise of the NRLW across the Tasman, the rise of women's sport in general, and hopefully the re-emergence in 18 months of the Warriors women's team. That the prospects for players of this age group in particular, Blake, are looking very, very rosy.
They are. We saw Jessie Southwell in the NRLW at 17 years of age dominate a grand final, and these girls aren't too far off. I tell you, I know maybe some NRLW scouts or some teams hopefully tune into this, the 18s and the 16s, and I can tell you this 16s tournament was outstanding. 7th and 8th played teams were just as good as not as good, I can't say, because they weren't here on the final day, but the skill level across all teams has been exceptional, and hopefully they tune in and they can see the talent that New Zealand has, because it's only going to get better, Glenn.
Absolutely, 100%. And great to see these scenes too, with Counties Manukau really showing us again, just like the Akarana team did in the 18s final, what it means to win a national title. So great scenes here for Hala for Wellington. They had a very good tournament. Quite get over the line today.
As you know, Glenn, the Akarana, Counties, Auckland's very strong always, and Wellington came in as a little bit unknown. Speaking to some people at NZRL, they weren't too sure how the weekend was going to go, even with Upper Central Zone, Mid Central, Northland and South Island. So to see Wellington, a team outside of Auckland, come in and really compete and almost snatch victory in a final, it's great for rugby league growth. I'm hoping it continues.
Absolutely. All right, so we're not too far away from the presentation now, which will include words from both captains and the MVP too.
A tēnei te nini, tēnei te nāna, tēnei te pautaurori, hurana te whare o unu, ka herea te hi te wehi te mana, ka whanatua i te tā whangawhanga, tuturu whiti whakamaua kia tina, haumi e, hui e, whaawhetai lea tua, kia ora, talofa lava, malo elelei, bolowanaka, whakalofa lahi atu. Welcome to the post-match presentation for the Under-16s Grand Final and the inaugural New Zealand Rugby League National Youth Tournament for the girls. We had 8 teams and 2 pools for the 16s. Can we have a round of applause for all our teams that participated over the last 5 days? Once again, I'm going to call on the Board of Directors for the New Zealand Rugby League, Justin Dasendorf, to come and present the player of the Grand Final, selected by Tiger, Shark and former Warrior star Blake Ashford. Your player of the final, from the Counties Manukau Stingrays, Josina Tau Iliili. Can I say something, Josina? Photo. All right, Josina, you've got heaps of family here. Got any words? Justina, got any words for our family that come to support all the way from Counties? 5 days, come here to support you. Your kōrero.
First of all, I'd like to thank God for bringing us here safely. And I'd like to thank all our supporters for coming out to support us this last week. And thank you to Wellington for playing us today. Thank you.
Your player of the grand final, Jacinta Tauiliili. At this time, I'd like to call on a captain from the Wellington Orcas to come and share a few words. Once again, runners-up this year for the under-16s. Umaiti Paki Paki, put your hands together, the Wellington Orcas. And while their captain's having a talk, can I get their team to come and receive their runners-up medal?
Good everyone. First, I'd like to thank NZRL for putting this tournament on for us girls. I'd like to thank our supporters for our Orcas team, our coach Ken Laban, our managers, and our family. I'd like to congrats Counties. Thank you for giving us a tough and physical game. Well done on the win. And I would like to congrats to our girls for trying our best and playing our heart out. Thank you.
Hey, apologies for saying your name wrong, Te Raukura Leafe. But just a few questions. Te Raukura, come over here. You fellas came from Wellington, you had to come all the way up here to Taupō, spend 5 days together. How's it been in your guys' camp?
It's been great. We had fun back at our motel, and we just made the most of our tournament.
New Zealand Rugby League creating this pathway for our girls to go from their clubs. Not much of a tournament happening down Wellington at the moment, but you've been able to come through as the Orcas. A bit of mahi with ngā hau e whā a Wainui o Mata. Got any last words for the Kiwi friends, because that's the aspiration for our sides?
I don't know. Good luck. Good luck.
Once again, a round of applause, your runners-up, Wellington Orcas. At this time, if we can get the captain from the Counties Manukau Stingrays to come up and share a few words as the rest of the team come and receive your winners' medals.
Oh, yeah. First, I'd just like to thank the Lord for, this day and for His protectance of us being here. I'm grateful for this opportunity and to be with these girls, to be co-captain with 3 of our girls here and part of this team. I'd also like to thank our coaches and managers and our organizers and our parents for helping behind the scenes. I know it takes a lot, especially with us. And yeah, thank you. Short. I want to thank the Wellington girls for the tough game. You guys came a long way, and don't drop your heads because you guys got all the way to the finals, so you should be happy. And to our girls, we did it. We only had about 3 or 4 weeks training, but we got here in the end. And yeah, I want to and we lost a few girls on the way, but a few concussions there. And just thank our coaches for putting up with us. I know it's a bit of lots of fun. sorry, like a bit of late nights there. Got in trouble a few times. Got our phones taken off us. And yeah, shot Wellington for the game, and we did it, girls!
Danny Nicole. All right, if I can ask Justin to present our winners of the under-16s and the inaugural NZRL National Tournament for the girls. Homai kua te paki paki. Your winners, the Counties Manukau Stingrays.
So there they are, the winners of the 16s. A lot more interesting speeches by a captain as well, Blake.
Oh, yeah.
just to be young and just work your way through a speech and repeat yourself a couple times. Good on her. Get out there, you know. I don't think I could have done that at 16 in front of people. So well done to Counties with a good victory, and well done to Wellington to make it the final.
Well, there we are. That wraps it up today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the coverage of the 18s. Congratulations to Akarana. They won that over Counties Manukau by 16-14. And congratulations to the 16s winners, Counties Manukau. We hope you enjoyed coverage of the inaugural NZRL Girls Youth Tournament for 2022. Already looking forward to 2023. Reminder, too, that next week we'll be in Rotorua for the Boys Youth Tournament finals for the 60s and the 80s. That's happening next Wednesday. On behalf of the whole team that brought you the coverage today, thanks for watching.